Interesting. So exercise and sleep. Now, this is actually a two-way relationship. More sleep makes you better at exercise, and more exercise makes you have a better sleep. Well, not necessarily too much might affect it, right? But there's a number of reasons. Exercise increases your endorphins, right? And if you have a good brain chemistry, healthy endorphins and neurotransmitters floating around, you're likely to fall asleep into these different stages much better. Also, we'll touch on it soon, but exercise actually increases your core body temperature. So while you're exercising, your body temperature lifts, and then 60 to 90 minutes after that, your body temperature dips, which actually makes you sleepy. And one of the things that causes you to sleep is the temperature gradient. We talked about light and we talked about temperature. This temperature drop actually makes you sleepy.
So what temperature should we be aiming for when we sleep? It's probably different for everyone, but it's like to get to sleep, you actually need to induce like a degree or so colder than.
Yeah, exactly. So it's they say when it's colder, it's much easier to fall asleep because the temperature gradient, the drop at night is a lot larger in winter. So I think it's really the drop rather than the absolute temperature that's going to make you fall asleep. And this is why you feel sleepy after swimming, because your body's immersed in water, which is different temperature from your body. So your core body temperature is changing. And when you get out of the water, you have this temperature gradient from your core, to the extremities, and that's why you feel sleepy after taking a swim.
So how do you replicate that just before you go to bed at night?
Easy, just have a hot shower.
Hot shower.
Yeah.
So if you have a hot shower, what happens is you vasodilate and all your blood flow goes to the surface of your body, moving the blood away from your core. So your core actually cools down after a hot shower, even though your skin might feel hot. So it's dropping this core body temperature, not the extremities. Another way to do that is to put on socks. I always used to sleep with socks because your feet are warm, so the blood is going to your feet rather than your core, and that also helps you to fall asleep.
That's a trait of the psychopath, sleeping with socks on.
Yeah, well, call me psycho. But it's this temperature gradient. So if you go from a hot shower into a cold bed, this temperature gradient, you should fall asleep pretty quickly. That's a pretty cool hack. A couple other hacks.
Yep.
Should we get into them? Okay, so
Temperature, light.
So light's really important. This is what's causing your body to release melatonin, right? This day-night cycle. One thing everybody kind of knows not to put too much lights on at night now. Don't be on your screen all night. Don't have all the lights in your house on all night because you're not you're not getting ready for this sleep cycle that you.
The light one's interesting because what screws me? Daylight savings.
Yeah.
Just that 1 hour change in, I don't know whether that's circadian rhythm or the being lighter at a different time of night. It screws me up for probably over a month until I'm able to sort of retrain those sleeping patterns.
When's the next daylight savings?
It's coming up soon.
But what's interesting about that is sleep has a massive impact on your cardiovascular health. So how big this impact is. They looked at average cardiovascular incidence, right? And in daylight savings, the one where you get 1 hour less sleep, which is spring. The incidence of cardiovascular events went up by 24%. We'll link the study, right?
Really?
Heart attacks, you mean? Heart-related?
Heart-related issues.
Yep.
That's just in 1 hour, right? Making this 1 hour difference made such a big difference. On the other side, in autumn, when we gained an extra hour of sleep, cardiovascular incidence dropped by about 20%.
So, yeah.
21%. So it's pretty crazy that there's a direct link, with even this 1 hour difference in sleep. And, it comes, it has a lot to do with, this changes circadian rhythm and, your blood pressure.